Alright, so about to be given a sample reading of basically what it's like. I'm not even gonna go too in depth, you know what I'm saying? I can also do more videos on tarot and stuff as I study it more and become more of an expert. But here's just a sample reading because you can take advantage of the science without fully knowing about it. You know, a lot of spiritual people, because they're religious, or I don't know if they just try to gatekeep and keep people out like weirdos, will try to tell you like, oh, gotta be careful with doing this, and oh, you can't be just, anybody can't just be doing tarot or doing this type of stuff because you inviting demons and you're inviting certain energies that you may not be ready for. You know, anybody who talks like that is a nigga you need to stop listening to immediately. You know what I'm saying? They don't have your best interest at heart, and they saying nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Because who made up these rules? You know what I'm saying? Where is the rule book that says that you shouldn't be doing that? You haven't even tried it for yourself to see what would happen. You know, this is a fucking card with a picture on it at the end of the day. You know, so not to disrespect the science and the magic of it, but at the end of the day, it is a card with a picture on it. It's not that much different from when you playing Yu-Gi-Oh and shit. You playing with cards with pictures on it, and those images are usually scarier. So it's like, you know, don't be afraid to get into this stuff for yourself so you can get the messages and the guidance that you are looking for and need to get to where you want to be on your journey. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to fully go over all the terminology and stuff, but I am just going to give you a little sample reading and spread. And the deck that I have is the African Tarot. This is what it looks like. Pretty cool deck. You can kind of see how the cards are laid out. This is how the like art style is on it. You know what I'm saying? So this is just a sample. I'll definitely do more videos on tarot. Coming soon. Sooner than you think. Alright, so you know, you get your cards, you shuffle them. Sometimes, you know, you can wait for a card to fall out. Sometimes you could split the deck up and pull from each deck, depending on what kind of spread that you're doing, how many cards you're drawing, and what kind of question you're asking for. If you're doing a daily draw, which is when you kind of like pull one card. See, like I was drawing, and this just popped out. So if I was doing my daily draw, I would just assume that the spirit would want me to pay attention to temperance. You know what I'm saying? And there's many ways that you could read this. The first way that I suggest reading, and the way that I do it first, is I look at the image. I study it pretty hard. I'm like, all right, like let's be realistic here, because this is a very unique art style compared to most tarot decks. So you really have to kind of like look at the image. So I'll be studying the image and be like, all right, nigga got wings. He got sunflower in the back, sun to the side. You know what I'm saying? He floating over the water. The stream is flowing. You know what I'm saying? He got that bottle in his hand. The cup. I'll even get in depth on like how the nigga's face and stuff looks, what kind of facial reaction he might be having. You know what I'm saying? I pay attention to all of that. And that's before I even get into the definition or what the card means, because after a while, as you become an expert on it, you're gonna know like, okay, 4 of cups, blah 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 blah, cups, water, emotions. You're gonna like just know that. After a while, you're just gonna know like 4 of cups, 4, stability, order, protection, cups, water is emotion. You know what I'm saying? It is gonna be knowing that. So you're already gonna kind of understand that if it's face up or face down, what the message might be. But the first thing, like I said, is just to get into the image, because that tells a story in itself. And then from there, you know, the image is going to be, and depending on what you're asking and what kind of message you're looking for, is going to be telling a story, as well as each deck is going to come with its own book or booklet, as well as you can just Google cards and see what the general meaning is, whether it be face up like this, or if when you pull it, it's face down and reversed, because those have 2 different meanings, you know. So you will go inside of your book here, you know, and you will find where it says temperance. So Temperance is XIV, which I believe is 14. I found it, Temperance. And then you would just read what the general meaning is, whether you got it faced up or reverse. It fell out faced up. So the general meaning is easy does it. Balance what you eat, drink, and do. Keep one foot on solid ground. Balance give and take. Keep all the plates spinning. Find the harmonious middle path. Go with the flow. Don't fight the natural course of things. The middle way leads to success. You have angelic support. Now might be a good time to pause and reflect on your journey. Are you able to integrate any new lessons you learned? You know what I'm saying? So depending on the question you might ask, that definition might hit home. Now, going back to some of the things that was said in here, like balance what you eat, drink, and do. Keep one foot on the solid ground. You know, the angelic energy is around you. Now, that kind of lines up more with the image that you see right here. You know what I'm saying? Now that's kind of making more sense. That's why you got to kind of look at the image first. And sometimes, aside from what is in a book, and this book is cool because it also gives you an affirmation for the card. You know what I'm saying? So the affirmation is everything I do is perfectly balanced. You know, so this what you call it? So from there, you can take that information and kind of answer your question or start to gain an understanding of, you know, where this is trying to lead you. You know, because sometimes I do a daily draw and I don't have a question. So if this card was to come up, I would take it as, all right, am I eating out of control? Like if I'm eating too much junk food any days in a row, is my thoughts and stuff not balanced? You know what I'm saying? Am I like leaning towards too much one side? Am I not going with the flow? That's why the river and stuff is in the back. It's like, am I not going with the flow? You know, am I trying to fight the path? You know, that's kind of how I would look at it if I didn't have a specific question. And, you know, that could be how your daily draw is. And then if you were doing like an actual like spread or something, whether it be 3 or 4 cards, usually personally I do 4 cards, but there's many different spreads. A spread might have one card like a daily draw. It might have like 12, 15, 20 cards. It all depends on what you doing, what you asking. You know what I'm saying? If you're getting into some pendulum shit, where you like swing your crystal around the card, you might have more than the typical 4 cards or 5 cards that people usually have. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm shuffling and stuff again, and this time I'm not gonna. Let me get my shuffling closer to the camera. So this time I'm not gonna wait for a card to fall out. I'm just gonna start pulling. So I pull a card, you know, get ready to make my spread, and I got the 3 of Wands. You know, so 3, collaboration, manifestation, community, striving for balance. Wands, fire. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. That's my first card. Your first card is usually your present position, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, your first card is your present position. See, I'm on point. I'm learning. I'm studying. You know what I'm saying? Your second card is what's influencing your first card. And your third card is what's just ahead. And your fourth card is your past and it could be connection to other lifetimes, and you gotta combine it with your sun sign sometimes to help you get a better answer. So that's my first card right here. That's my present position. You know, 3 of Wands. Boom. And again, looking at the image, look at the way he's facing. Look at what he's holding on to. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna become more relevant as the other cards come into place. So now, again, this is just a sample, so I don't know why I'm shuffling so much. I pull another card. I got the Queen of Cups. Okay, got a Queen of Cups. So I'm going to put that next to the 3 of Wands. Now, that's my second card. So that's influencing the first card. So this right here, the energy of this is influencing this. And it's so interesting how it lines up, and you can kind of see. Well, in the camera it's flipped, but from like this from my perspective, I'm trying to like take a picture of something. He is like looking this way, and she is like over here. You know what I'm saying? So he is looking in the opposite direction of her, and she is looking right at him the way the cards lay down. So it's kind of interesting how it'll also line up that way. And then my third card, the Two of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we getting some money. Pentacles, earth. I didn't say it, but cups is water, so that's usually like emotion. Pentacles, earth, usually like something to do with grounding yourself and stuff. Think of like, you know, the stuff that you know related to like earth, zodiac. So this was just ahead. Okay, the money coming. That's how I look at it. I'm like, nigga got coins, he's dancing, he's laughing, he's skipping. It's upside, so it's not reversed. I'm like, oh, the money is coming. And this is before I even getting into the science of the card. That's just the energy I felt. I'm like, ooh, look at this smiling ass nigga. He looking happy, you know. And then I see the water and stuff flowing in the back. I'm like, ooh, a big wave of money is coming. That's what's just ahead. And then my last card, 10 of Pentacles. So I would lay these out. First thing I'm going to look at, and so you can see this good, you want to pay attention to their facial expressions, all of that. And you make sure you got a close-up of all of these. Look at this smiling nigga. Come on, camera, do your thing. Alright, camera's not focusing for that one. And then look at the queen. And one more time on my guy right here. So I would lay these out, right? And first thing I would do is look at the images. So like I said, got my Three of Wands where he's like facing this way for you, that way for me. He's facing that way, he's looking over there. I'm like, all right, this nigga looks like he's on some sort of journey, you know what I'm saying? And he looks like he's trying to figure out how he's gonna get on that journey. You know, looks like he's trying to, you know, put it all together of where he's supposed to be going, you know. And this queen right here, she got a cup. And obviously Queen of Cups, but she got a cup. I'm just breaking down the image. She looks very relaxed, you know what I'm saying? She looks very poised. She seems to be looking ahead. She looks like she has the answers, you know what I'm saying? She looks like she can lend another help. She looks like she can lend a lot of help, you know what I'm saying? Just by judging from her face. It looks like the cup has, like if you were going to her royal chamber and you were a subject, like she would have something in that cup that she could give to you to help you out. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I'm peeping from the image. And then from there, I'm seeing the happy, smiley Nancy nigga. And I'm just like, oh, okay, money is coming. He got the coins in his hands. They're circulating. You know, I know twos is all about relationships, choices, bringing places, people, ideas, and things together. You know what I'm saying? The threes from the Three of Wands is collaboration, manifestation, community, striving for balance. Okay, so in this twos, I'm looking at it like, all right, you know, things is coming together. Money is coming. Happiness is coming. I'm just going off the images here. And then for the fourth one, the first thing I kind of get is just like they're kind of like surrounded by the coins. That they're the pentacles, but I'm calling them coins because that's just how I'm breaking it down in my mind. And then I'm like, they look like they're super grounded by the way they're like lower. And then they look like they're together. You know what I'm saying? And this one right here, I'd probably come back to break it down further because I'm going to be looking at these first three first because now I'm going to go look in the book for all of these. And quickly it'll be like, I don't want to make this video super long, and I'll just read them based on how they were presented. Three of Wands, waiting for your ship to come in. Good news from afar, reaping the benefits of your work. A good message is coming to you. Thinking over your next big move, ready to expand your plans and projects. Big success is coming. You have the support of the people. Other people are bringing opportunities to see the bigger picture, think big, and opportunities coming your way, world travel, get ready to go. I embrace my vision for expansion because this book, you know, has the affirmation. So I'm looking at it like, oh, okay, that's my present card. Okay, that's what's about to be going on right now. Okay, and then I go over to the Queen of Cups and, you know, I pull up that definition and it's like the Queen of Cups looking to the golden cup shaped like an angel. and she looks into it, this card may represent a woman with psychic qualities. The Queen of Cups is also very feminine and watery. She is on the ocean side. This woman represents someone who is soft, sensitive, and nurturing. She is strongly connected to her own intuition. This card could represent you or a woman in your life. This person is expressive and shares their inner feelings. A loving woman. You have a gift for reading people. I look deep inside to get in touch with my feelings. You know what I'm saying? So this would have to be a deeper video about how the certain suits and stuff like that relate to certain energies that you may need to, work on, and how certain cards come up because you need to work on that. So the Queen of Cups could be coming up because you need to work on like your subconscious mind, and you need to work on like, your feelings and your thoughts and stuff like that. So that's why that might be coming up. Like you would see this card and be like, okay, help is on the way, or this is what I need to be working on to help me on the journey. Now we're going over to the Two of Pentacles, and then we're going to stay in Pentacles because we also got the Ten of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, juggling more than one thing, trying to keep it all in balance, a balancing act. Rough seas, try to go with the flow. Keep two areas of life maintained. Dexterity in managing your life. Stay grounded and flexible. Weighing your options. Income from two sources. You are capable of keeping things in balance, but remember that the line between your responsibilities and your needs is very thin. Now, see, what I wasn't really peeping originally is how there's like, how it's supposed to be showing emotion of him juggling this. I was just seeing him hold the two coins and going off of that. So, and him smiling. So, if I realized that he was juggling them, because I'm just now peeping that it's like that little circle thing that you saw, I would say that, oh, okay, he's doing well with the juggling, these opportunities, or juggling what he has going on. Because if it was upside down, I would say, all right, this nigga's having a tough time with that, you know what I'm saying? But he seems to be doing okay with juggling it. So he's clearly in balance, and then to take that a step further, I would refer back to saying that twos, what the number two represents. You know what I'm saying? So, so now that this is my third card, and this was just ahead, I hope I'm not getting off track. So now that this is my third card and what's just ahead, I would be like, okay, the first card was showing me, all the help that I have, the opportunities on the way, get ready to travel, things is going on. This other card is popping up to showing me that the energy is here for me to help me, get control of my emotions and my thoughts and the subconscious stuff, and help me, with what's going on the inside, that Queen of Cups. And then this is showing that, I have things in balance. I'm doing a good job with my work-life balance, with what I have going on. You know what I'm saying? Multiple sources of income. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what that card is representing based on this reading. So I'm seeing how it all is going together before I even get to the fourth card. So I would just start breaking that down more and more. And sometimes if the definition from the book isn't enough for me, I'll keep Googling it. Because not every time, especially when you're doing a reading on yourself, it's not always as easy to like just look at the cards and stuff. If you watching this and asked me for a reading, I would be breaking it down a lot easier than when I do it for myself. But I'm just trying to, put this out there so someone who's watching can still take advantage of the sciences. So now I'll get into the last cards. Thankfully, it's Pentacles, so we don't have to go too far. I would, Ten of Pentacles. Family security, happy family, wealth and inheritance, generational wealth, building a financial legacy, money, hitting the jackpot, a strong financial future, tradition pays off, getting everyone together, reunion, a wealthy man who has worked hard his whole life and now feels satisfied to share his abundance with his family, and it's just basically just shit like that, a couple more lines that exactly like that. I create a secure abundance legacy for my family. So now when I go back to the picture, I'm like, oh, that's why they're surrounded by the bread. And that's why they look so grounded, because they're comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't understanding at first. And now these cards are lining up, because I'm like, okay, the Three of Wands, you know what I'm saying? The nigga on the journey, he got everything that he need. Everything's coming together. The Queen helping you clear out your emotions and stuff, helping you get your mind right. So you can be continued on that journey, because this is because the Queen card is what's affecting the present position. And then by the time I get to the third card, the Pentacles, it's showing me that I'm doing a good job of balancing everything, which would make a lot of sense because this is helping me clear out the kinks in my armor. You know, it's helping me get my emotions in order, helping me get control of my energy. So that would make a lot of sense. And if you was to put all these three things together, it would only make sense that you get into the generational wealth and you get into the money, you get into the stable, secure family. You know what I'm saying? Because you got your emotions right, you was getting that multiple sources of income, you was doing a good job balancing your work life, and you was on the journey, you know what I'm saying? And you had help while you was on the journey. So that would only line up. So now the cards start coming together. So that was just a quick sample reading, you know what I'm saying? I don't want this video to be too crazy long. I hope that kind of makes sense. And this isn't really like literal because I didn't ask a question. But even though this is just a sample, this kind of even resonates to what's going on in my life right now. So even though I'm just making this video for y'all, like, these cards are kind of hitting home a little bit, and that's just how it works. And sometimes when a card comes up reversed or something, because they won't always be positive messages like this, you know, embrace it. You know what I'm saying? Just be happy that you're getting the message that this is something that's going wrong or something that you need to work on, and you have an opportunity to work on it. You know, just approach it with that type of mindset. You know, so I'll definitely make more videos going in depth. Right now, I could leave you with this book recommendation. Tarot Court Cards for Beginners, to help you learn more about like the Queen, the King, the Pages and stuff. And, you know, but when I come back the next time, I'll definitely be going more in depth. But by then, I'm going to be more of an expert, where I won't even need to reference my handy dandy notebook to know, you know, what the fuck is going on with this. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. You know, let me know if you want me to make more like it. You know, thanks for watching.